तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लाङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामिनामिने। कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरम् सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। You're back. Bhanumati is not back yet?
No, still on HR.
Okay. So, Hiranyakasipu has ordered his subordinates that they should create havoc in the planet Earth. They should destroy the Brahmanas. They should destroy all those, the trees also, which are livelihood for the living entities, the cows, cow sheds, the cow herds, the paddy fields, the pasturizing grounds, everything, the mountains, the valleys, the inhabitants in the valleys, everyone should be killed. And this way they were continuing, and the entire planet Earth was terrorized by their activities. Meanwhile, Hiranyakashipu came back to the palace and he gave solace, or he was pacifying the wife of Hiranyaksha and his mother and also the children of Hiranyaksha. He gave the example of the narration of Yama along with the wives of Suyagya, who was a king of Ushinara. And in the course of that discussion, he also gave an illustration of a Kulinga bird who in the separation of the wife was lamenting and ultimately lost his life lamenting rather than escaping. He also became victim to the arrow of the hunter. In this way, Hiranyakashipu was, instructing everyone that, you see, even if you cry for hundreds of years, he is not going to come back. He who is gone is gone. We should do what we are supposed to do. Be established in the knowledge of the self. In this manner, he gave instructions, and after that, they got pacified, and they started to engage their mind in the knowledge of the self. That is where the second chapter got concluded. Now we will begin chapter number 3 from today. Shri Narada Uvacha Hiranyakashipu Rajannajeyam Ajaramaram Atmanam Aprati Dvandvam Ekarajam Vyadhit Sat. श्री नारद कहिलेन, हे राजन, दैत्यपति हिरण्यकशिपु निजे के अन्नेर अजेय एवं जरा मरणादि रहित ओ ब्रह्म लोकावधि त्रिलोक मध्य सेई एकमात्र प्रतिद्वंद्वीहीन राजा होइबार इच्छा करियाछिल. Hiranyakashipu thought, Narada Goswami is telling to Yudhishthir Maharaj, Hiranyakashipu thought that I want to become inconquerable in the whole world. I want to be freed from birth and death. And I don't want to see anyone equal to me in prowess in the three planetary worlds. This is what he desired, because to fight with his enemy, he needs these powers. He thought that there should be no one equal to me or challenging me all the way up to Brahmaloka. And I should be Ajeya, inconquerable. I should be, victorious always. And I shall also overcome birth and death. So he desired for this. Narada Goswami is telling to Yudhishthir Maharaj. Because if he becomes inconquerable, what can Vishnu do to him? He cannot do anything. If he has transcended birth and death, then Vishnu cannot do anything. So he wanted to become this, and the solo power in all planetary worlds. Vishnachakati Thakur writes in the commentary, A Tritiya Adhyaya Hiranyakashipu Tivra Tapasya Koriya Susthito देवगण के दुखित करत समायात ब्रह्मार निकट होइते स्तुति पूर्वक बहु वर लाभ करियाछिलेन इहा वर्णित होइते छे. So Vishnachakati Thakur is just giving a summary of what we are going to go through in this particular chapter. In the third chapter, Hiranyakashipu's intense penances or tapasya, penances, in order to make the demigods suffer. The demigods are well placed now, but in order to make them, to give trouble to them, he has performed severe penances. And when Brahma came in front of him, he offered his prayers and became a recipient of many rewards or blessings, boons from Brahma. This is what we are going to hear in this particular chapter. Atmanam ekarajam, ekaraj bolite ekjonei jekhane rajatva koren, sei roop nije ke apratidvandvi o ek advitiya raja koribar ichha koriyachilen. So he wanted to become the solo king of the entire universe. He wanted to become the only king of the entire universe, where there is no competition to him and nobody can even create any trouble to him. अर्थात वक्ष्यमाण अभिप्राय अनुसारे ब्रह्मलोक पर्यंत निजेरई एकाधिपत्य कामना करियाছিলেন এই অর্থ. So what it means is all the way up to Brahmaloka, starting from Patala, he wanted to become the only king, not just of one planet. He wanted to become of all the planetary worlds. Sa tepe mandara dronyam tapah parama darunam urdhva bahur nabho drishtihi पादांगुष्टादि आश्रित अवनिहि. हिरण्यकशिपु ऊर्ध्वबाहु ओ आकाश निबद्ध दृष्टि होइया एवं पादांगुष्ट द्वारा भूमितल आश्रय पूर्वक मंदर पर्वतेर गुहाय अति कठोर तपस्या आरंभ करियाछिलो. सो दीज डिमन्स, in order to attain the powers, they also undergo penances and austerities, which Hiranyakashipu did. That is why in a kingdom where Shudras are performing tapasya, it is going to be very dangerous. Because Shudras, when they get powers, they don't know how to utilize them. That is why Swami Maharaj at several places in his commentaries to Srimad Bhagavatam and also Chaitanya Charitamrita, he mentions that as long as the society is driven by the Shudras, one cannot expect any religiosity. One cannot expect any development also of the civilization. Because the Shudras, when the powers are in their hands, they are totally misutilized. Because that intelligence to engage them in a proper direction is missing in them. So, in a kingdom where the Shudras are performing tapasyas, it is going to be very, very dangerous. Because all the great powers are going to come in his hands. So, here Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyakashipu, these are examples of that. Ravana, etc. They have undergone so many intense and severe penances that probably we ordinary humans cannot do. Not only we, ordinary humans cannot do. But they did so only for the sake of getting invincible powers. So here Hiranyakashipu went to Mandara mountain. Within the caves of the Mandara mountain, he started to perform intense or severe penances. He lifted both of his arms and he was directing his eyes towards the sky, and he was standing on one toe. On one toe he is standing, rest of the body is in the air. He is facing upward with the arms raised. For how long can one stay?
5 seconds.
Huh?
5 seconds.
5 seconds? On tiptoe, I don't think even 5 seconds is possible. On the tip of a toe, nobody can stand, I think, for 5. If you have practice, of course you can, but otherwise. So in this manner, he performed very severe penances. Jatadidhi tibhi reje sangvartarka ivangshubihi तस्मिन् तपस्तप्यमानो माने देवा स्थानानि भेजिरे. प्रलयकारी सूर्येर किरण जाल सदृश जटा समूह द्वारा दीप्ति विशिष्ट हवाय हिरण्यकशिपु तपोनिष्ठा दर्शने देवतागण पूर्वेर न्याय अलक्षिते भ्रमण परिहार करिया पुनर्वार swaswasthan adhikar korilen. Now Hiranyakashipu is in the cave. He is performing severe penances. From his jata, from his hair, matted hair, the rays are emanating so powerful rays, as effulgent as the sun's rays. What kind of effulgence? What kind of sun rays? It's told pralayakari, at the time of annihilation, the kind of heat that is emanated from the sun, that kind of hot rays are coming from the matted hair of Hiranyakashipu. That was the severity of the penances that he was undergoing. Now the devatas, the demigods, if you remember previously, they all left their places and they were wandering in disguise. Previously, when the subordinates of Hiranyakashipu were creating havoc, at that time the devatas, the demigods, they left their planets thinking that they are also going to be killed, and they started moving in disguise. Now, because Hiranyakashipu is not there in the kingdom and he has gone to perform penances, now they became little assured and they went to their respective places. स्थानानि भेजिरे पूर्वे हिरण्यकशिपुर भये जे देवगण लुकाइया छिलेन तारा एकोन निज निज स्थाने फिरिया आसलेन. So those who have been hiding all these days, the demigods, now they have come to their respective places. सेई शत्रुर शत्रुता भाव ना देखिया यही अर्थ. So considering that probably now he is performing penances, probably he is now his mentality has changed. So they thought like that and they came back to their respective places. Tasya मूर्ध्नः समभूतः सधूमो अग्नि स्तपोमयः तीर्यगूर्ध्वं मधो लोकान् प्रातपद्विश्वगीरित. हिरण्यकशिपुर मस्तक होते उद्भूत तपोमय सधूम अग्नि सकल दिके व्याप्त हवाय तद्वारा तिर्यक ऊर्ध्व ओ अधलोक समूह संतप्त होते लागिलो. And from the head of Hiranyakashipu, fire was emanating. That was the severity with which he was performing the penances. And that fire is full of fumes. There were so many fumes in that fire, and that is spread in all directions, that all the birds, other living creatures which are above and below, everyone started to feel the heat of the penances that Hiranyakashipu is doing. चुक्षुभुर्नद्युप्दन्तः सद्वीपान्द्रिश्चचाल भूः निपेतुः सग्रहास्तारा जज्वलुश्च दिशो दश. ताहार तपस्या प्रभावे नदी और समुद्र क्षुब्ध. By the power, by the influence of his penance, the rivers and the oceans, they started to quiver. Parvata, Dvipa, O Prithvi Vichalita, and the mountains, the islands, the earth, the land, everything started to shake. Graha Nakshatradi Vikshapta, the planets, they were moving in the wrong directions. They were like, in the orbit in which they are supposed to move, they are changing their orbits, they are moving in different directions. Evam Dashadik Prajwalita Hoila, and all the 10 directions were burning. So this is the result of a demon performing penances. If a devotee performs penances, it brings welfare to everyone. It is for the welfare of all the living entities. Whereas, if demons perform penances, it only leads to destruction, devastation. It's not going to bring any good to the society or community. That is why the demons should always be discouraged, stopped from performing these penances. Tena tapta divang tyaktva brahmalokam yayuhu suraha dhatre विज्ञापयाम असुर देव देव जगतपते दैत्येन्द्र तपसा तप्ता दिवि स्थातुं न शक्नुमः. हिरण्यकशिपुर एवं विध तपस्या दर्शने संतप्त होइया देवगण स्वर्ग परित्याग पूर्वक ब्रह्मलोके गमन करिलेन एवं विधाता के बोलिलेन. By seeing such, devastating penances by Hiranyakashipu, all the demigods, they came out of Swarga and they approached Brahmaji. They went to Brahmaloka, they approached Brahmaji and they started to speak to him like this: He Deva Deva, He Jagatpate, Daityapati Hiranyakashipur, तपाग्निते संतप्त होइया अमरा आर स्वर्गलोके अवस्थान करते समर्थ होइते छिना. O God of all gods, O you, the controller of the world, Hiranyakashipu, who is king of the demons, is performing severe penances, and the fire emanating from him is burning all worlds. We are not able to stay in our heavenly planets because of the heat that he is generating by the heat that is getting generated because of his penances. Tasya chopashamam bhuman विधेहि यदि मन्यसे लोका न यावन् नक्ष्यन्ति बलिहारास्तवा विभुः. हे भूमन, हे सर्वाधिपते, यदि आपनार इच्छा হয় তাহা হইলে পূজাকারী ব্যক্তি সকলের বিনাশ প্রাপ্তির পূর্বেই এই সর্বলোকক্ষয়কর उपद्रव निवारण करुण. O controller of everyone, master of everyone, if you desire to do so, please stop this fellow from continuing to do his penance, because sarvaloker upadrav, it is going to bring a lot of calamities in this world. So if you don't stop it, it will give very adverse effects in this world. So only if you desire, please go and stop him from further engagement of penances. Tasyayam, there is no explanation by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur here, it's just like the story going on. Tasyayam kila sankalpascharato दुश्चरं तपः श्रियतां किं न वेदितस्तवाथापि निवेदितम्. दुष्कर तपस्याय प्रवृत्त हिरण्यकशिपुर जहाँ संकल्प ताहा की आपनार अभितत आचे. You see, the purpose for which Hiranyakashipu, who is a demon, is performing penances, don't you know them? What is the purpose of Hiranyakashipu undergoing such severe penances? Don't you know them? Apni avashitaha gyata achen. We are certain that you know them. Tathapi amra jaha nivedan kurite chitaha shravan karun. But in spite of that, we want to let you know. It is not that you don't know the purpose of Hiranyakashipu's such penances, but yet we want to submit our prayers to you. Please listen. Jadiu apnar kichu avedit nai tathapi amader nivedan shravan karun. Even though you are not unaware of the purpose, yet please listen to us. सृष्ट्वा चराचरमिदं तपो योग समाधिना अध्यस्ते सर्वधिष्णोभ्यः परमेष्टि निजासनं तदहं वर्धमानेन तपो योग समाधिना कालात्मनोश्च नित्यत्वात् साधयिष्ये तथात्मनः। परमेष्टि ब्रह्मा जे रूप तपस्यादि द्वारा এই চরাচরাত্মক বিশ্ব প্রপঞ্চ সৃষ্টিপূর্বক সকলের পূজ্য হইয়া ইন্দ্রাদি দেবস্থানের অপেক্ষাও শ্রেষ্ঠ সত্যলোকে অধিষ্ঠান আছেন, কাল ও আমার আত্মা নিত্য বলিয়া আমিও তদ্রূপ বহুজন্ম তপঃ প্রভাবে শ্রেষ্ঠ স্থান অধিকার করিব। What is the purpose of Hiranyakashipu's penances? The demigods are telling to Brahmaji that Parameshti Brahma, that our grandfather, great grandfather Brahma, by the power of his penances, he has become the creator of all the animate and inanimate beings, and he became worshipable by all. He has also attained the position superior to other demigods, and thus he is worshipped by even demigods. Now I shall also attain the same powers by my penances. Devatas are telling to Brahma that he want to become your competitor, because by performance of penances you have become Brahma, due to which you got the capacity, the power to create the living and non-living beings, to become superior over all the demigods. Now this fool Hiranyakashipu, he also is performing these severe penances to attain the position equal to you, because Kal o Amar Atma Nitya Boliya, because time and myself are eternal. Therefore, I want to become like Brahma, and I want to control the entire world. This is the desire of Hiranyakashipu. The demigods are submitting to Brahma. सर्वधिष्णोभ्यः समस्त इंद्रादि स्थान হইতে শ্রেষ্ঠ যে সত্যলোক সেখানে পরমেষ্টি ব্রহ্মা যে রূপ অধিষ্ঠিত রহিয়াছেন। So Satyaloka is above all the Swargaloka, etc. Swarga comes in Martyaloka. Martyaloka means the mortal world. Of course, Satyaloka is also in the mortal world, but Satyaloka is above the Swargaloka. That is the topmost. And there, Brahmaji is the controller. Brahmaji is the ruler of Satyaloka, which itself is above all the other planets. वर्धमानेन अमार वृद्धिशील तपस्या और जोगेर प्रभावे वर्तमान कालीन परमेष्टि होइतेउ अमार प्रभाव अधिक होइबे एई भाव. And if I perform more intense penances and yogic activities, I can become more powerful than Brahma. Whatever he did, I shall perform even more intensely, so that I can become even more powerful than Brahma. যদি বলেন দেখুন ব্রহ্ম অতি দীর্ঘ পরমায়ু লাভ করিয়া কঠোর তপস্যার দ্বারা যাহা লাভ করিয়াছেন, আপনি এত অল্প পরমায়ুর দ্বারা কি প্রকারে তাহা সাধন করিবেন? ইহা বলতেছেন কালাত্মনোশ্চ নিত্যত্বাৎ यदि आयुर अल्पतावशत आमार स्थूल देह बार बार विनष्ट होइबे, तथापि काल ओ आत्मार नित्यता हेतु बहु बहु जन्म तपस्या करिया निजेर श्रेष्ठ आसन साधन करिबई. He is telling that Now Brahmaji has performed this penance for several years. Many years he has performed for a long time, and it is only after that he has attained that post. And now your life is very insignificant in front of the life of Brahma. How can you attain such a big post in such a short time? Then in reply, this word is used kalatmanoscha nityatvat. My Atma is indestructible. Atma is eternal. How many our lifetimes it may take, I shall continue perform these penances, but I shall become Brahma. This is the target. It may take any number of lifetimes, I am okay to sacrifice, but I want to become Brahma. Because Hiranyakasipu is thinking that even Vishnu is a created being by Brahma. He is taking birth means he is, under the influence of Brahma. So Brahma has all powers. Therefore, I will become Brahma and I will control everything. How many our lifetimes it may take? Anyathedam vidhasyo aham ayatha purvamojasa kimanyai kala nirdhutaihi kalpante vaishnavadibihi tapah prabhave ami punya papa व्यत्यय द्वारा এই জগতের সমস্ত নিয়ম উল্টিয়ে দিব. Now, by the influence of my power, I become the sole controller. Then what I shall do? I will just change the rules and regulations of sin and piety. I shall completely change. All the rules will be just opposite. A person who is performing bad activities, he will become pious person. A person who is performing good activities, he will become a great sinner. I will just change all the rules and regulations of definitions of piety and sin. Kalavashe kalpante vaishnavadi padav vinashtu hoibe. And with the influence of time, with kalpa, when the kalpa ends, when the Brahma's period ends, then the Vaishnava standards will also be finished. The Vaishnava post will also be finished. Means there will be no Vaishnavas. Because I would have changed the definition of everything. When books are in my hands, the religious books or the ruling books, the manuscripts of constitution of the world, not of the country, constitution of the world is in my hands, I will change everything. Then I will completely destroy Vaishnava. This is what is going on in the modern society. In India, so much of in the name of democracy, the Sanatan Dharma is being repeatedly attacked. They are repeatedly attacking. Particularly, if I want to say, the Congress party, they are totally, even while saying that they are, democratic, but in the back of the, activities, the intentions are to completely destroy the Sanatana Dharma. This is not a good intention. These are demoniac ideas. To kill Vaishnavata, to kill the the position of servants of Vishnu, we are thinking that we have attained great thing, but it is totally destructive. This is what is a demoniac mentality. I shall change the books, all the textbooks of the world, constitution. I shall completely eradicate Vaishnavism. Sutrang tahate amar avashyakta nai ami brahmaloka praptirei sadhan koribo. Therefore, anyway, with time, this Vaishnava, these things will be finished. Therefore, I don't want to become any of these. I shall become Brahma and I shall attain Brahmaloka. And I shall do everything that is, topsy-turvy everything, just reverse everything. Anyathedam vidhasye. When I was a child, not I was a child, even 10 years ago, whom I saw were following the Hindu Dharma or Sanatan Dharma, just few years ago, 4 years or 5 years ago, when I went to South India for Guru Maharaj's, Viraha Utsav, separation festival, I saw all those places are now converted to Christianism. They're all Christians now. Those who were previously Hindus, they're all Christians now. What is the purpose? Why do you have to change the religion? What are you gaining by that? And Tirupati, Tirupati, which is supposedly the pilgrim place of all the Hindus, there they have employed Christians and Muslims, saying that we are a democratic country. We should not, discriminate. They are employed in this. Can you employ a Hindu in a mosque? Will they allow? If you're calling democratic, why this way? Do it that way also. In one direction they are doing, another direction we are calling democratic because they are minorities. They are no more minorities. Government has given them free license to multiply in numbers. For others, only 2 children. But for them, there is no such rule. 10, 20, 30, how many ever you want, you just go on. They are mutating like anything. Now they were minor once. Now they are no more. But they are doing like this. I was totally shocked to hear this. How can they do this? And all the money that is put in Tirupati is now going to Christian missionaries who are trying to, convert all the Hindus to Christians. They are not using the money for right thing. They are using it to convert all of them to Christians. Now, it is okay. If they are following dharma properly, it is okay. But killing, slaughtering, all these nonsensical things, it is not right. That dharma does not teach all these things. So with the promotion of the demands in the ruling parties, these things are bound to happen. More and more Hiranyakashipus. There was only one who terrorized, but now every minister is a Hiranyakashipu now. Every minister, not only in India, every country it is like that. Somewhere or other they are only destroying the thing. They are bringing their own agendas and promoting that they are the national agendas, that they are for the welfare of the country. That is why basically the war at the borders, all these things are all politicized. They are all due to political reasons. Nothing between this section of people and that section of people. They are very nice. This section of people, that section of people, very nice. But only politicizing an event, a thing, and then just presenting something in a very microscopic this thing, and meeting their own selfish ends. This is the life, this is the activity of persons like Hiranyakashipu, demons. I want to change everything, all the textbooks will be changed. अन्यथेदम विधास्ये तारपर এই জগতের বিধান अन्यथा করিয়া দিব. When I become Brahma, when I get the position of Brahmaloka, then I shall, I will change the rules of this world totally. যাহারা ব্রহ্মচর্য তপস্যা ব্রত প্রভৃতি করিয়া ইহলোকে দুঃখ ভোগ করে তাহারা পরলোকেও দুঃখ পাইবে. Those who are performing tapasya, penances, brahmacharya, vows, austerities, etc., during the performance of that, there are some troubles. But they undergo these troubles for some higher cause. But if they do this, they will only get trouble in the future also. I shall change the, the system like that. The entire system will be changed like that. Like, the politicians are changing the systems. slowly, they are creeping, they are making these things enter into our mind in a minute level, and then that takes a big shape. So like that, they are slowly, the ideas are being injected, and this injection will become, wow, so voluminous inside, poison. So, in this manner, he is telling that this tapasya, vows, austerities, penances, whatever one is performing, while performing that, there is some trouble, but the end result of this is also going to be trouble. I shall change the world like this. যাহারা ইহলোকে বৈশ্বিক সুখানুভোগ মাত্র নিরত তাহারাই পরলোকে স্বর্গীয় সুখ ভোগ করিবে. And those who are engrossed in material sense enjoyment while living in this world, they will become the enjoyers in their next lifetime also. They will become the great enjoyers in Swargaloka. Now one has to perform penances, austerities to go to Swargaloka. Now that time it's not required. Now you enjoy more and more, that will be your qualification to get to Swargaloka. That is what Hiranyakasipu wants to make the world look as. আর যাহা পুণ্য ও ইষ্ট সাধন তাহারা সংকোচ করিয়া পাপ ও অনিষ্ট সাধন. And those who are performing, noble activities, those who are performing pious activities, they will again think whether I should do or not. I will change the world like that. Those who are performing pious activities and welfare activities, they will become doubtful. Oh, this is only going to give me trouble in the future. Let me not do piety. Let me become a sinner. That's what the world is making, right? Let me not go this way. World is not, if you are not a cheater, you cannot live. The world is making us cheaters. The world is making us Naxalites. Isn't it? The circumstances are created in such a manner that you are bound to become a cheater. You are bound to become a liar.
No.
Why not?
We are thinking like that, but this is our choice.
Hiranyakasipu is making, the society is making. If you are a businessman, if you don't promote your product by speaking bad things about it, if you don't present your good things of the product, even though it is not so good for you, then how can you sustain?
No, I understand, but if we follow this way, it will be more dangerous for us.
Yes, but Hiranyakasipu wants to change the.
Doesn't matter what he wants. I want this direction. Go to Singapore, not to Hiranyakasipu.
So the thing is, he wants to change everything, because people will fear to perform pious activity. People shall fear to perform welfare or noble activity. That is what I want to make the world. अर्थात पापई होइबे सुख साधन एवं पुण्य होइबे दुख साधन. And papa, sin will result to happiness, piety will lead to trouble. I will make the world like this. আর असुरदिगेर स्थान होइबे स्वर्ग एवं देवगणेर स्थान पाताल. All the demons will go to heaven. That thing, just the इत्यादि विपरीत नियम प्रवर्तन करबो. I shall make the rules totally, opposite. यदि बोलेन देखुन पूर्व महाकल्पे इरूप छिलो ना ताहाते बोलितेছেন अयथा पूर्वम उजसा पूर्वे सेरूप ना थाकलेও पाप ও পুণ্যের व्यत्ययेर द्वारा निजेर तेजो प्रभावे ताहा साधन करिब. If one were to say, no, it was never like that. How can you do it? It was never like that. It's not possible. No, I know that it was never there, but with my power of penances, with my intensity of sadhan, I shall make everything possible. It was not there, but I shall make. When I become the dictator, I can do whatever I want. যদি বলেন দেখুন যে পরমেষ্টি পদ আপনি সাধন করিতে ইচ্ছা করিতেছেন তাহা কি সকল স্থান হইতে শ্রেষ্ঠ মনে করেন? তাতে বলিতেছেন কিমন্যৈ বৈষ্ণবাদিবিহি, বৈষ্ণবগণের প্রাপ্ত ধ্রুবাদি পদে আমার প্রয়োজন কি? If one were to ask, you want to become Brahma, you think that Brahma's post is the superior post, the highest post? Then in reply he is telling, yes, what is the use of the post of a Vaishnava? There is no use of the post of a Vaishnava. Like Dhruva, what did he get? He got the planet which is also going to be destroyed in time. I don't want to become that. Karan uhara kalpante kala kartrik dhvansha prapta hai, because that Dhruva planet will also get destroyed at the end of Kalpa, at the end of the Brahma's life. That is also destroyed. Why do I want to get that? এখানে ধ্রুবপদের অনিত্যত্ব কল্পনা হিরণ্যকশিপুর অসুর প্রভাবত্ব হেতুই বুঝিতে হইবে। Now Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling that why he is not asking for the post of Vaishnava is, or why he is considering that Dhruva planet is also temporary, is because he is a demon. He is not able to understand the post of Vaishnava is eternal. The post of Dhruva, the Dhruva planet, is eternal. It is not influenced by time, that at the end of Brahma's lifetime, at the Kalpa, Dhruva's planet is not going to an end. We are thinking like this, Hiranyakasipu is thinking like this because of his demoniac nature. Okay. This is what Hiranyakasipu is up to. Let's see what happens. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। परमाराधितम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। सपरिकर श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्री राधा गोविंद श्री राधा गोपीनाथ जीव की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय। श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी एवं परीक्षित महाराज की जय। जय श्रीमद् भागवत श्रवणकारी भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
We have also been looking about